Deadlock's newest hero is an acrobatic unicorn with a New York accent and tons of glitter. No, really, that's what she is. She's a unicorn working at a Coney Island sideshow. Quite a difference from our monster hunting priest last week. Let's get into it. So before we actually get into Celeste's abilities, I have to, let you hear the amazing accent.
I had to move the front row back a little after one too many incidents with this. My team is gonna put on a show. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win. This should keep them on their toes.
And 2, tell you that she has some innate perks as an acrobat. She passively has 3 stats that affect her aerial movement. Minus 20% gravity scale, plus 50% air control, and plus 25% air acceleration. This makes her air control like Holiday after a jump pad. And it also makes her bunny hopping a lot better than other characters. Can I bunny hop well to show you? No, but there's a lot of people out there who can and will. So if you see her moving faster, jumping around rather than just simply running around, it's because someone is very good at it. And 3, her weapon, named Carney Life, bounces. It has some amount of auto assist when close to a hero or an orb, which I tried to replicate in testing. This makes her weapon a bit different and maybe more fun for people, especially if you buy Ricochet. And technically, you can feel very Counter-Strikey with lineups to take out people hiding behind cover. Note that you cannot buy Split Shot at all on Celeste. I know some of you were thinking about it, but to be honest, that would probably be way too crazy. All right, now with that all out of the way, let's get into her abilities. Her 1 is called Light Eater, and she hits enemies in a cone in front of her with light, who then takes spirit damage when attacked by Celeste and gives Celeste spirit lifesteal. Upgrades for this are 1, minus 10-second cooldown, 2, plus 3 meter cast range, and plus 15% spirit lifesteal, and finally, plus 25 damage and increased spirit scaling. So whenever possible, try and hit the enemy heroes with this ability first, and then start hitting them with the actual gun. Her 2 is named Dazzling Trick, and she surrounds herself in a barrier that provides bonus move speed. If her barrier is destroyed, it silences nearby enemies and deals a portion of the barrier as damage. So you can imagine running into a team fight, having it pop, and then still being very effective in contributing to the team fight. The upgrades for this ability: 1, plus 2.5 meter move speed, 2, plus 100 barrier and increased barrier spirit scaling, and finally, she gets a plus 2 second silence duration addition and minus 18 second cooldown on this ability. This also allows Shining Wonder bounce, Shining Wonder being her ultimate. I'll explain this dynamic later. Her 3 is called Radiant Daggers. She calls down a beam of light from the sky, and after a short time, the beam forms and causes an explosion that deals AoE spirit damage. Whenever she hits a hero with this, she gets a stacking buff that increases spirit damage. Upgrades are: 1, she gets 2 charges of the ability for her first upgrade. 2nd, she gets a minus 12 second cooldown and plus 60 impact damage. And finally, 6% fire rate per stack and 3% spirit amp per stack. So if you're really good at hitting heroes with this, you're going to get a lot of stacks, and this is going to hit like a truck. Finally, her ultimate is apparently very familiar to those who play Dota 2. Her ability is called Shining Wonder, and it is apparently very similar to the Lich's Chain Frost. I don't play, but everyone that I've seen talking about this in the subreddit, as well as my own Twitch channel, related this to Dota 2's Lich, so there you go. She launches an orb that deals spirit damage and applies slow, as well as reduces dash distance, and it bounces to enemies within range. The orb will linger if it can't find other targets, and if she misses the ult entirely, she will get half of her cooldown back. Now, this ball has quite the range for bouncing, by the way. 70 meters is not short. And if you think it is, well, good news. You can synergize this ability with her 2 if you fully upgrade it. Her shield on full upgrades becomes bounceable for the ball, so you can move the ball to the next team fight or chase down an opponent running away. Pretty neat. The upgrades for her ultimate are 1, minus 20% move speed addition and minus 15% dash distance addition, 2, 50 damage straight up, and finally, plus 10 max bounces. That would be 18 total bounces with this upgrade, as well as minus 35 seconds on that cooldown. So lots of sparkly abilities with cute little twists that really make her carnival background shine, in my opinion. I've seen some people talk about her kit maybe as a balanced hero as far as just pure gameplay, maybe not making sense. But I don't really care. They took the carnival act and they ran with it. This makes her feel like a very high skill ceiling hero. Learning how to use her weapon correctly is going to be something that people spend hours practicing, how the bounce works exactly so that they can hit people who are hiding behind cover, or even use her weapon to maybe cheeky steal a camp from a long distance. All those things. It's going to be something that people really spend a lot of time on. And then fortunately, for people who have already spent a lot of time, for instance, learning how to bunny hop and just use the mobility of Deadlock, this is going to be a character that they're going to be just flying around the cursed apple with. Like, she's going to be everywhere at once and be able to chase down people and get in and out of fights, which is actually more crucial to her play and her kit than maybe people were expecting when initially people thought that she was going to be maybe more of a backline spirit bomb type of character. She's really not. She's going to get in and out. What do you think of the character? As I said, some people were expecting more of a backline, just bomb them with spirit, maybe a big burst of spirit like some other characters we already have, and maybe we're a little disappointed to learn that that's not exactly what that is, while some other people were very excited to learn that it was a little more complicated, or are simply very excited to play the sparkly lavender unicorn, which is fair enough. Personally, I'm not a really big fan of the aesthetic, but she does have a very funny New York accent, so she's got that going for her, and the background is pretty cute as well, her being part of the carnival. I can say when I played her in the testing for this video, her abilities did seem like they could be very strong, but as far as her actual contribution in lobbies, I can't say too much. I have yet to actually get her as a hero. Wish me luck on that one, as always. But I will say that I've been in lobbies with her as both an ally and an opponent a couple of times at this point, and all the time so far, I haven't seen a lot of contribution from Celeste players. I think that she's just a difficult character to understand immediately, and some people had different expectations of her too when they voted for her, so now they're, realizing she's not just going to stand in the back and do a bunch of spirit bombs, from afar like maybe they were expecting. This means that, I just think it's not the same level of contribution easily achieved with Celeste as, for instance, I think Graves gave. I think Graves, again, very newbie-friendly hero, and even a bad Graves can still show a little bit of contribution. At the very least, you can see that the tombstone is pushing a lane, for instance, right? But for Celeste, I think it's going to be harder for people to kind of grasp her immediately. Obviously, when people have more time and more guides come out, and just people who realize what character she actually is decide like, oh, that is the character I want to play, that's when we're going to see a lot more contribution from Celeste players across the board. As far as the pro scene goes, let's see with some of the pro tournaments that happen, but as far as the rest of the lobbies, I think that's just going to take a little time for her to actually be effective. So be nice to the new Celeste players, because she's a little trickier than everyone was expecting. But that's it. That's my opinion. What do you guys think? And let me know in the comments. I hope to see you all in a Deadlock game, and wish me luck for getting some of these new heroes actually played on this channel. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.